charge and in charge.
Why would they put Zach Person in my heavy metal mix?
Because he's heavy metal, bro.
About as heavy metal as my.
Obviously, you're not listening to Zach's real albums.
I mean, I guess not. I mean, I would want to hear Zach do heavy metal, you know? I wanna be a
I would never.
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
I would
How does it
never.
sound?
Channel.
Do we have any?
Let's see. Let's see how our sound is. We'll see. Only one person's watching.
Good.
They all gave up on us.
Oh fuck. No.
Good morning, Con.
I rushed. There's ads.
You're okay.
We're fixing the ads.
There should be
Tell us, can you hear us?
There's no ads.
There's no ads.
It was a frantic day, Casino Capital Cars.
It's been amazing.
Frantic start.
It's been incredible.
Don't
Yes.
mind the behind-the-scenes shenanigans we're doing.
Riveting.
Andy, that's
Do
right.
you hear the voice of God just echoing out of the
Children,
room?
children, go forth and save the guitar lovers today.
Yeah, I hear it.
Oh,
Have
weird.
you seen Time Bandits? I am the voice of God in Time Bandits.
Have you ever watched the Durango Kids?
No, what's that?
It's dope.
I'm not talking about the stupid remake of Time Bandits. I'm talking the original. Carrie Gilliam, bunch of little people, amazing.
I don't know what you guys are talking
It's one of the
about.
greatest
I don't know nothing. Nothing.
Alex Holden.
You know how it's got little crowns and a number in the chat? What does that mean?
Crowns and a number?
Yeah, see that shit?
Oh, that's their ranking. So
You guys
based on
have a
our
ranking?
favoritism.
Oh my
so
God.
yes, Khan is number one, obviously, and
My
Alex
God.
Holden is number one.
See, he's number 2 on mine.
Let's see.
he's
don't
number
worry.
1 now.
Yeah, yeah.
Weird.
Don't
Weird.
forget it.
I'm so confused.
Ask him how it sounds. 'cause
He
I
said
guys boosted
better
it.
now. Getting there. That's what I'm seeing.
Let's shake up our little drink. Shake, shake, shake.
Greg McFadden said getting there. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa, whoa,
Oh,
Ned's here.
Oh,
Ned is here.
we got
Holy
everybody.
shit.
Everyone's here. All the gang.
The gang is here.
Old Tom.
I think he meant to say we aren't numbers. We are free men. But I think
We're kind of free. We're free-ish,
free-ish.
right?
Unless you speak your mind, or if you do, I guess just speak your mind. Yeah, yeah. Don't do that.
It's a bittersweet symphony.
It is a bittersweet symphony. Or not. Yep, that's
You're
right.
a slave to the money, then you die. I think that's the line in that song. You know, hey, whatever. I'm gonna try not to bang my cup down.
3 P's.
Man,
John.
Doug's got no meeting today.
Whoa.
God bless him.
How'd Doug get so lucky?
That's okay. We don't really have meetings. I mean, kind of we have meetings, to be fair,
I'd
honestly.
like to think we're just in and out of meetings all day.
But it's more meetings than you would think to be like, you know, like
Yeah.
sort of like weird, unorganized, like music-y folks.
yeah.
That's true.
There are, you know what I mean?
I live
Like, it's like, dang, how are we having so many meetings? What are we meeting about? I don't even know what we're meeting about half the time, but we're meeting a lot. You know? A lot of people, I've noticed
Meeting.
this, a lot of people want to have meetings.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
get to that meeting and you're like, this meeting was unnecessary.
Jesus.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the worst, right? Like,
Things are unnecessary.
and
Yeah.
I don't mean with you guys or like
No, no,
customers.
no.
I mean like, you know.
You're dead nuts though, because like the truth of the matter is, whenever I hear people talk about their meetings, they have a meeting to meet before the meeting, where they talk about more meetings. Like, what are you doing?
I don't know.
I think it's all a
let's-
ploy because there's not really that much to do.
It's like I had a meeting the other day to get together to Zoom call another guy.
Just Zoom call the guy.
Well,
Meet up and say, hey, we're gonna call this guy.
but we got there and we were like, okay, so
You saw what's happening.
here's what we're gonna do. But we all knew we were gonna do that before that, and it was like, all right, well, good meet, good talk, you know. And it was like, oh, okay, well, we could have skipped this,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you know.
It sounds like it was a waste of time.
It was a little bit of a waste of time. Frederick says the sound is very low.
We will fix this.
JP's on it. He's
Fred-
swooped in that. I don't know.
Now, Fred could be watching it at a different point in the video.
Oh yeah, the beginning
That's
it would have
happened
been
before.
low. So I think we got it fixed.
That's
Tony's
always
been a member for 31 months.
Whoa.
Tony, you're the man. Thank you, sir.
Years?
On the bathroom Sean was supposed to clean. Well, Ned, it didn't happen.
Listen, let's talk about this most important comment. Playing the Baby M80 all morning. Love that amp because it's
Was that Con?
That's Con.
Yeah.
That is Con.
Um,
Happy birthday, Con. Is it
happy
today?
It's almost tomorrow.
Two,
No.
17th, right?
The Friday, right?
Yeah,
Friday.
17th.
Friday, yeah,
It's
17th.
his
Yeah,
biannual
perfect.
sex date on his birthday.
That's right. Ned, you should never be a member.
I'm still not a member. Well,
It's like, you know.
with the rhetoric you spill on here, ask me about bathrooms. Damn it.
That's why I love you all. Unless there's a written agenda,
I
it ain't a
appreciate
meeting.
it. Chad B, we got people within the chat saying hi to other people in the chat, dude.
Yes.
This
I
is
did
what
that.
I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. Michelle Edwards.
Casino guitars.
I did
Let's have a cupcake now.
I watched the live stream of the Hamlet, North Carolina. What do you call it? The town. What this little meeting? The council meeting last night.
Town
Should
council?
have been.
How'd it
They
go?
got all sorts of drama happening. That's why I watched it. I was like, I don't really have
Is it all burning?
strong opinions,
Is
but I was
Olympus
like, well,
falling?
I want to see this. You know,
Is it happening?
it's what I think is fun. Well, it's just weird. It's just weird to walk up to a little podium and like
Oh,
talk a
dude.
bunch of shit and then
Hey.
be like, you know, well, all right.
I'm pissed about this. Change
I
it.
don't know who's right or wrong. I don't know. I just think, you know, I just like seeing the. Whew.
Yeah.
What's people's interest in custom engraved brass pickguards?
I think there's some interest out there. I would get one. Did you see the McGee
Are they heavy?
Jaguar?
Yes.
Dude,
Woo!
that
Like a Levi.
base plate
Yep.
down there that's hand engraved while we're talking about engraved pieces, like why's it gotta stop at brass? You know what I mean? Let's go to chrome, baby. It was badass.
Levi's the king.
All pretty good.
It
All
was
pretty
pretty damn good.
good.
also-
Mighty Woodrow knows. He said Hamlet shit's starting to burst from the seams. Yes, it is. I don't know what's happening down there, Woodrow. It's something. Maybe me and you need to go down there and fix things.
They want to
Straighten
elect.
things out.
They want to elect you for Scotland County Board of Utilities.
No one does. No one wants that. No one wants that.
Yeah,
Not even me.
brass is shielding, bro.
No one wants it. Brass is shielding. That is kind of awesome.
You get that.
You know, I'm in.
But like the old man said, you ain't shit if your chrome don't shine.
Ow!
baby.
That's why I like nickel. But anyways, we got through it, Sean. We did Moko Rising.
We did it. We just barely survived. I mean, what's there to say? You know?
There's plenty to say.
Yeah.
I
Man,
want you
I-
when then the video comes out and you hear the man beside me's solo on the Killer song.
And you're wondering why it's so quiet.
It actually was not that quiet in the video that I've seen.
Yeah, the video I saw too. I was like, okay.
I said, well, damn.
Listen,
Listen, I thought it was pretty fucking impressive. I enjoyed it a lot.
if you're a part of the casino crew on Facebook, which we will add you to while we're doing the live stream and outside of this time if we're
Yeah,
able,
whenever, just add us. Just do
you
it.
can see Jonathan ripping the solo on the weight, as well as multiple solos throughout the night. I was impressed.
Amy.
I think you have achieved a new level of your guitar. Is that like you? I think before you were doing things that are impressive. Now you're doing things that seem calculated, curated, and finally consummated, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
He's throwing down.
It was that kind of show. That's the
You
kind
like
of show
that?
it was.
I landed it.
That's the kind of show it was. That's all.
Consummated.
That's all. It's
He
just
made
fun.
love to that thing on stage, dude.
Mighty Woodrow said, "Nope, I moved to Carthage. I'm out. He's out."
Hey, side note, don't forget to mention live stream Taylor Roadshow tomorrow night.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
6
Are we?
o'clock, special live
Taylor
stream
Roadshow?
Second live stream this week.
tomorrow.
Night. What is it, Johnny?
It's a bunch of bullshit, is what. No, it's the Taylor Road Show.
That's right.
Taylor Road Show. 6 o'clock, 7
The
o'clock.
name is the Taylor Tone Show, but we're gonna still call it the Road Show.
Is it? It's not the Taylor Tone
Yeah,
Show.
they changed it to that. It's weird.
That's ridiculous.
It's gonna be like a lot of things. We
I
change it
vetoed
for
that.
a year, and then it's
No.
like Cracker Barrel.
Let's
Bring
do
it back.
this V-Class racing. Oh no, here's the Legacy series.
Listen,
Oh,
here's we messed up with walking Cracker Barrel back. We're gonna get back to tone shows and stuff. But whenever we talked back down the Cracker Barrel, we should have continued with the menu, okay? Because Cracker Barrel's menu changed a couple years ago. It's dog shit. It's dog shit.
I'm.
I mean, it's like walking into a damn Ruby Tuesdays now. I don't need to buy alcohol at a Cracker Barrel.
No, we want
gravy.
the old timers breakfast sampler.
I need a sampler plates.
We want Uncle
Herschel's favorite, dude.
That's right.
Stop blowing it. Like, this is bullshit.
That's true. That's true.
What,
we want the country boy breakfast.
Listen, I'm gonna start a whole nother YouTube channel just to take Cracker Barrel back to how it was. Anyways, I digress.
I'm with you.
Taylor Tone Show, soon to be Road Show again. Road Show just makes more sense. Don't be talking smack on Ruby Tuesdays.
I have a Tom says, "Did y'all see the Know Your Gear guy?" I'm guessing you mean old what's his name? Phil McKnight.
Yeah.
Trashing Fender and Gibson, telling small shops stop carrying them. I did not see that. I might have to go check that out.
I mean, we could, but then we'd probably not have jobs.
This is true. This is actually,
unfortunately.
This is true.
But I mean, I don't know. Like, it's kind of like South Park when the devil's in the episodes, but you kind of come to like the devil because you realize, like, he's just doing what he does,
Well, he's trying to order a custom shop right now.
Yeah, exactly. Lucifer.
Some guy named Lucifer is like, can you do Snakewood? Which is kind of funny when you think about it. The whole Garden of Eden thing. But
Mayor McCheese said Phil, Mr. China McKnight.
McChina.
McChina.
Listen, Phil McKnight's one of my greatest fans, so I have to,
I think it's okay. Listen, well, hey, while we're on this topic of go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say he has exactly the perspective I would expect from what I imagine this type of store that he probably had. And I don't mean that bad. I just mean there is a local mom and pop guitar shop that like focuses on lessons. Mm-hmm. Everything is sort of low mid tier.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, and that was, I've worked in those shops where you're carrying like that kind of. I mean,
well, those shops too are
wrong with
also
that,
not. I wouldn't consider them guitar shops. I would consider those music stores.
Well, and there's a little bit of a different, right?
Yeah, because I worked at a music store for a bit, and the way that was their big pillars were not guitars and brands. It was PA.
My kid needs a reed for their thing they blow in at school.
That kind of stuff. Yeah. Vinyl records.
Oh, right.
B&O. So just basically that, and renting out those instruments and lessons. That was it.
That's repairs. Body odor is what Sean's talking about. Yeah. That's right. Body odor repellent. No.
That is
band and orchestra.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's all it is.
Whatever makes you happy.
Now,
yeah.
I mean, I get that perspective if that's the kind of store that you were a part of.
Well, I think it kind of is. I mean, I think that was the template forever. If you were going to have a music store. And you get people of a certain age coming in all the time and sort of like, oh man, I remember when there were real music shops, and they're talking about those places, and they're all like sort of like mini general stores, like Guitar Centers. Mm-hmm. They got a keyboard section, they got a pro audio section. You buy a microphone, you know what I mean? Like I think that most of the places that you see are successful right now are not that. It's Wildwood Guitars that only sells guitars. You know what I mean? It's that kind of vibe.
Here's the other issue with that too. All those people who come in and say those things. They are the same people that whenever they had a Guitar Center come in within an hour of their region, they go there because they get a cheaper deal.
1,000%.
So that's why those places died. If you want to know why, pat yourself on the back because you did that.
Well, they're the people who say, "Man, I really want to do business with you," but they want 25 off to start with. You know what I mean? And you're like, "Oh,
and that store that's already making a low margin on a low.
Well, they still think it's the whole MSRP. And then the street price, and then you can get off that, and it's like that they don't realize that has not existed for a long time.
No, exactly.
That's all.
Yeah, and if you like I said, if they're going to, throw that around and be like mom and pops and stuff, and I do think Philip McKnight is right. It is for that format, that is the way. But I think Gibson and Fender foresee the future of we need to lean towards guitar shop, which is its own thing. I think there's separate entities. It's why whenever people come in and they ask us, well, you don't have this one weird thing for a tuba or the drumsticks that I like or whatever it is. we're probably not going to because it's casino guitars. You know?
But there was a time when if you saw that, you would assume, music shop.
Everything.
You know, not necessarily guitars. It would just be.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not
everything.
faulting them for that. Just.
Tom's saying that Phil was saying that Fender and Gibson are leaning hard into the huge retailers while the small shops even bother. I mean, there was probably some truth to that at some point. I'm not sure that's the reality of it right now. Like they're always going to do that because those are such a big chunk of the market, right? And they have to sell those guitars for us to exist too, unfortunately. But you know what I mean? Like without Guitar Center, we would all sort of be in trouble.
Yeah.
Or Sweetwater or those big box stores. But
we have dealer exclusives. We have the FSR program, things like that, where there are brick and mortar priorities that get dealt out. And I think they understand that you kind of have to have both, because if Fender and Gibson were nowhere to be found in the wild, people would they then have to go back to competing with these other brands that are going on to Sweetwater.
Well, you hopefully you notice that we generally talk really well about other independent shops, and part of that is because we just want to be decent people, but part of it is because for us to have like any kind of the same voice or like buying power as like Sweetwater or Guitar Center, you need a block of independents that are you know, you don't have to be like we do everything but I mean, you know, you kind of have to have each other's best interests like at heart, then things become a little more equal. Like Casino and Sweetwater or Guitar Center, but you know, Casino, which we're at the bottom, and then like CME and Wildwood and like, you know, Thunder Road and Woodcut and all these things, you know, Music Villa, all that stuff.
Rainbow Guitars.
Then it starts to kind of well, it starts to even out a little bit.
Yeah, Music Zoo. I just like naming them off because there's a lot out there too. You know, there's probably one, and I'm not talking to you guys on the live stream right now, but to anybody else who may see this on the greater sphere of it, there's probably a really cool shop not that far from you that you can go to and support.
Mary McShee says, are they successful stores the ones with trusted staff? People like having an expert they can trust. I do think that's true. I do think that's true. And I do think when you say that, you know, that is a part of what we try to be and do. You know.
I think we pride ourselves on trying not to be bullshit artists. And actually like, hey, if we don't know something, we'll go look into it and try and figure it out for you. Now, with that being said too, it is a very small team, so patience is sometimes nice. But I understand if you feel like you don't get, you know, your answer immediately, that it can be a little frustrating. But know that we're a small crew. We run lean, but we run mean. You know what I mean, baby?
Lean and mean. That's very kind of you to say, Chad. Mayor, he says, I've been in most of those shops, nice shops, bought guitars at a few, but CG is still my favorite, which we appreciate greatly.
Hell yeah, dude. Chad, we just filmed something for you yesterday, so you should see that coming out in the next couple weeks. I almost want to make it the first one, but I'd rather I think it's got to wait in the queue.
Sit.
It'll be good though.
The mayor says, can we talk about Fender literally putting out a new version of a Strat every month for the last 6 months?
Hell yeah.
Hey, you gotta have options.
You gotta have options, baby.
Do you reckon? Because yeah, I mean, there is a little bit of me that's like, man, it was nice when we just had the standard and the American standard done.
Yeah.
But do you think that's more about like price points, like different options you can have at every price point?
Well, so our good buddy Matt, who hangs out in the shop weekly, he came by and he brought this up to me. He said, isn't it kind of funny that Fender went from, and I brought this up, how they used to have like, basically made in Mexico, under 1,000. They had the American Performer, something in that realm at like right above 1,000. Then they had the American Professional, 1,500, and then the Vintage or the Modern at 2,000, right? Now, he said, it's kind of weird that they have a guitar at every $100 mark for whatever it is you want. Like the whole way up. Whole face.
Well, because you have to kind of ask at some point, how much difference is there between those things? And there's a weird overlap, right? Where it's like, do I want this top of the line Mexican guitar or the bottom of the line USA guitar? And they might, you know, Greg just said it. He said, hot take, I'm sick of companies making the guitar at literally every $100 mark. Make a lower price, the mid price, the high price, and unaffordable.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, and you know, maybe Gibson has sort of got the right of that in a weird way.
Well, Gibson has. It's funny to see. It's like Gibson is doing what Fender was doing 10 years ago. And that is not a slight at all. I actually liked Fender 10 years ago compared to today. Like, what the model was.
Well, yeah, because it's like, Maynard just said it. It's exactly what I said. It used to be Mexican, American, and then under that was Squire, and then there was a custom shop that I didn't even know about. But, yeah.
But right now, to me, it is a... PRS had this problem a while back. You have almost so much going on that they're doing it again. You're right. Yeah, it's like for their 40th anniversary, there's too many things going on that it's like staring at a picture of like Where's Waldo.
Right.
But like somebody telling you like, no, pick out whatever one you want, and you're like, I can't. There's a million people on this page.
I think you do get people who play guitar lines like a PRS, and they're like, I just can't find one, and they've played all these ones, but there's the one that they would like. You know what I mean? Like it's so far removed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and you get option paralysis almost, and it also leads to, I think, this day and age where our customer base is more, and I'm not speaking of you guys because you guys are the best, but I'm talking about these people who maybe buy like 5 guitars, try them out, and then they send all 5 back, and then they buy 5 more guitars from Sweetwater or wherever, and they're just going through them as if it's some kind of like great hunt, and that can be kind of fun, but it's also like it's led to some misconceptions as to what to expect from guitar stores or guitar companies. I think people's expectations are now living in this insane world because there's supposed to be a specific model made just for you. So, I hope that all makes sense. I'm trying to bring it all back down.
Tom says, tell us about the show this past weekend. Yeah. Let's start with how great the sound was.
It was horrible.
Horrible is not the right word.
Horrible. But, it wasn't horrible. I put it this way. And I doubt this guy will see this because God forbid he ever have a critique or somebody tell him something about how he's doing his job. It should behoove somebody to want to listen always, right? Take in, criticism, take in things, right? Like, to reflect. None of that could happen at this show. None of that could happen during sound check. None of that could happen at any point. And it can kill the vibe. I'll be honest. I was a little disappointed and disheartened at soundcheck because I came in. I was excited. I was like, I'm here with my boys. Mm-hmm. It's like I'm gonna watch Johnny tear it up all night running this house band. This is gonna be a great night.
No, I did nothing but tapping. There was only finger tapping all night.
He ripped his shirt off at one point.
No, it was pretty good, and it was constant. He enjoyed it. I think for the videos I see, it actually sounded fine in the audience. It was just it was the morale.
Yes.
And the way it was going about. Tom said his phone didn't ring. Maybe we should start giving out Tom's like, hey guys, if you need a production company, call our pal Tom.
Well,
Tom, I would be okay with that, honestly.
We'll talk to you here soon because there may be some opportunities there. I'll text you here in just a bit. It'd be good. Anyway,
we'll see what's going on.
We'll see what's going on.
But aside from that, the show went really good.
The show went great. I mean, everybody did great. I think there was no major flubs or mess ups. There was a funny bass one, but that's it. It's okay. Mistakes happen.
God bless us all. No, it was good. The artists all did great. Baxter did great. Of course I did. It was really the big thing. It was really well received. And I think the community left feeling pumped about the music happening in our own little town.
Yes. Now I want to see something where we have the Jonathan Robinson Band play a 45-minute tight set. Maybe.
It's hard to top old. I mean, if you if you don't know,
yes,
Craig Fuller is the guy that started Pure Prairie League. He wrote that song Amy. He was in Little Feat. Mm-hmm. Did a lot with Little Feat.
He's a sweet man.
He's a sweet man, and his son
Pat
is a friggin' monster.
He's probably even sweeter too.
He is. He's the sweetest dude ever. Had you ever really hung out with Pat before Saturday night?
No.
Yeah.
That's why, like any other meeting, I was like, "Why is he so happy?
Why is he so nice and happy?" what a son of a, you know.
I bumped into him, and he was like, "Man, how are you doing?"
No one's this talented and nice and happy, you know.
Exactly.
If you can be talented and nice and hate yourself, you know.
Exactly.
You can be talented and happy and hate everyone else.
Exactly.
You can be nice and love everyone and suck.
There's no way you can have all three.
Can't have all of them. But seriously, Patrick Fuller, like, you couldn't ask for a better friggin' guitar player. It's kind of sickening. Couldn't ask for a better friggin' singer, and he just hears harmonies.
I was gonna say like a
mofo.
Yes,
it's
like
ridiculous.
A choir leader, I guess you could call him.
But I mean, it's just insane. And then amazing voice, and then just super sweet. But anyways, those guys live in our county. They all live here.
Yeah.
So they were like the main feature, and they don't play very often. I mean, they used to a lot, but you know, Craig's getting a little age on him, and so So it was super cool, and it was super cool to get to play that song with the actual dude. You know what I mean?
And him put a
like the friggin' record.
Yes, he like put soul into that thing, man, which is nice. It's cool to see after like 50 years that song came out, and he's like, he's putting it in there and like feeling it.
Little bit of magic in that.
Is, yeah. And then you know, just to maybe go through the band some, we had Sweet Ronnie Huff on the keys, who did a wonderful job. Then we had Chelsea Davis banging on those drums, son.
Banging on the drums, and
killed that.
Con was there, so actually, you know,
that's BLD RV7.
He says goosebumps when Jonathan and Chelsea started things off. It was a really fun. It was nice. We did get a little dressed up. I wore my old black suit from Sean's wedding, actually.
Damn straight.
Was it front of house sound or monitors about the sound? Oh, well, it was sort of all of the above, but it was front of house ended up being fine because it's a small place. What gear did I take? I played the old Baby M80, so my little 12-watt amp, and a modest pedal board. Mm-hmm. If you want to know the details, I was running a Gritador Brown.
Tasty.
And the Protein. Those are my drive section.
Tasty.
Had fuzz in there, but I didn't need it. It was just on the board. And then, you know, had a mini wah on there, or my little pedal, my little Crybaby Junior that's on there. But again, I didn't need that. So those two Everdrives.
Delay?
I had the MD200 for some. The only thing I ever used was Tremolo for a few things. I didn't really need any other effects like that. And then I had the Wampler Catacombs for reverb and delay.
Yeah,
which I didn't have on for most of the night because we're in a theater. My amp was on a wood floor. There's plenty of reverb. But, you know, there was a few little things that were, like, more soundscapey, ambient. Like, for Baxter's set, it was very... His set was fun because it was just him playing acoustic guitar and singing, me and Sean making weird guitar sounds. But it was a lot of fun.
Pretty dope.
You know.
It was way more like...
They're like baby whales.
It was like Baby Whales.
And I had to play acoustic on one song for the first girl who played, named Julie Golden.
She did a
so
good
I had
job.
the little Martin, the little triple aught 28, and then I had the 335, but I ended up playing my telly all night long.
I was gonna say, what was the hardest song the whole night for you? The song that left you with the most concern before you played it. You know, like the only
one that none of them were crazy, right? Like Elijah McCormick is the guy from American Idol. His set was more like it was like a Lionel Richie. It was all night long, and it was like God Bless the Broken Road by like Rascal Flatts. It was like the stuff you'd expect from a singer from American Idol. But those are such keyboard heavy songs, and I would just have moments in them where I needed to play like certain lines or like little. I'm going, you know what I mean? Like. I played the mandolin parts on that Rascal Flatts thing on the guitar because there was no mandolin player. But I mean, you know what I mean? So like, none of those bothered me at all. That was just like a... Yeah. And then I was a little worried. Julia was doing that Edge of 17 song. Yeah. So the whole time I'm playing like, you know, Eye of the Tiger. Because that's literally the guitar line for the whole thing. So I was like, God, if you tense up on that, you're a little bit... It gets like a long 4 or 5 minutes. But as long as you relax and you're you know, the only one that made me slightly nervous was because it was actually Craig and Pat Fuller. I was like, okay, don't forget the actual solo to Amy.
Yeah. Which I think you nailed.
No, it was good. It was fun. Yeah, and the key to that, again, you can sit there and be like, oh my God, it's coming.
Or
the key though is just hell yeah, and then we're having fun, and then you have fun, and I had fun.
This was the first show that I think I've had where I didn't go into it tense like that. You know, the sound checking and stuff like that was a little frustrating, but before then, I was really like, damn. But that exact feeling that you're talking about, I could see, especially in your position, because you had a lot of, like, I don't want to say pressure on you, but you definitely had a lot of, I mean, the whole show is kind of setting on your shoulders with the house band and how that is going to go. And I think you kind of pulled it off. You pulled it off well, and better than well. You know, you did a great job. And I think it couldn't have gone any better, even with some of the moments that we won't put out there.
Well, there was a funny little moment, but those things happen in shows. They just do. It was a pedal. Somebody was using a pedal instead of just playing the song in the key. Yeah. The pedal was supposed to take it down a half step, and it got hit or something, and it was on 2 steps down. So his song, dude knew the song in C, the original key. Pedal was bringing it to B, half step down. This is the bass player, by the way, and he's great. He was amazing. He was a great player. Yeah. Crushed it. I felt bad for him.
He recovered
somehow
like a
he
G.
did.
Yeah.
But so like when he stepped on the pedal, it was set to 2 steps down.
Yeah.
So you can imagine the first note was very jarring, but and it was a really like ballad soft.
But it didn't. Nobody stopped. Elijah is a gangster. He like kept.
Here's what I was gonna say, because like technically I was the band leader, band director, whatever you want to call it. But in those kind of gigs where you got great musicians, like Chelsea is great, old sweet Ronnie Huff is great. You know what I mean? John, the bass player, that was the first time I worked with him, but he was great.
It's great.
I didn't have to do like, okay, know your part. You know, okay, no, you should have been playing that was a 7 chord. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have to do that crap. It was literally just the hardest part of that is coordinating. Well, the artist can rehearse these 3 days. Can you guys already get together these 3 days? Crap, no. Making all that work.
You mean
beforehand.
like somebody not knowing how to do the walk up to Born to Run, right?
Baby, we were born to run. No, nothing like that. But so that part was easy. I mean, that was easy. I was just the hardest part of that is just scheduling people, just managing people. And in my limited experience, when you're in charge of the band like that, that's what you're doing. Because when you get to a certain level where you really need that, everybody's professional. Like,
well, you show up and it's like, hey, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the job.
You know.
That's right.
Mayor McChee says, "Can we appreciate how handsome these dudes look? We appreciate that." But yeah, it was fun. I honestly really did enjoy the whole things. I enjoy doing my own stuff, where it's like Jonathan Robinson band or me solo. But I really also I like it balanced with things like that, where I'm just the guitar player.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of fun for me. So, that was cool.
Was
kind of fun.
It
so
was
yeah,
a cool
that was the show.
Night.
And Sean had some amazing effects. Sean did have some really fun effects. And it was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
So there you go.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was killer. I had a great time.
We won't bore you anymore with our tales of our little humble show. Our humble show
baby.
Here. I do think that's gonna be cool. Like maybe if you I don't know what kind of places you folks live, but if you got a spot like that, like a historic theater or something that could be a center for cool musical things in your community, and you want to see people playing together and kind of getting excited. Yeah. Like I think there's some good potential there, right? So like we're gonna have a little round table of all the people involved as to what we like to see. Yeah. And I think that's pretty cool.
And there's gonna be I think a lot of cool things coming up. You know?
I think so.
I'm excited. I'm looking to plot out some stuff there, and I think there's going to be some neat things for some friends of ours who get out there. So, yeah.
Bill says, are we going to post some of the video from the show? I think we are, man. And there's also, there's some videos posted already. We'll go ahead and post some of the stuff in the Casino Crew if you guys are in there on Facebook. And so there's stuff on social media. But I think we'll probably release some stuff on the channel, right, from the we still got, honestly, we still need to release some of the stuff from the first Friday show, that me and Baxter and our friend Roland J did, which
we gotta mix that
acoustic
down.
did Baxter choose? Baxter played the big old gold label Taylor. What model was that one, Baxter?
814E.
The 814E, and it sounded really good. and it looked really good.
It did look good.
Did we mention there's a Taylor Road show here on Thursday? Oh my God!
Tone
oh
show,
my God!
Jonathan.
Woodrow says, let's organize a Southern Rock review. I think that's a friggin' great idea. I also think that we have been throwing out the whole let's do the Last Waltz.
Yes.
In its entirety, live, with different guests. And I think that would crush it at the Sunrise.
I think it'd be awesome. I think, too, there are enough, but there also aren't enough musicians that we could have it. Like, I think it would be cool if we not only did, like you're obviously somebody in the band, but also you come out as Eric Clapton, too.
I'd break a string and say, take it, Robbie! Robbie, take it!
Exactly.
And then throw my guitar. That'd be really funny. Brother out! You know, that would actually be great.
I think there's enough space to do that and to have some fun with it and maybe play a little bit of dress up, too, while we're doing it. I think that would be a lot of fun.
There is something fun to dressing up.
That's what
Putting on your big boy clothes for,
yeah.
You know, but dressing like those artists, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, who's
going to put the cocaine in their nose to be Neil Young?
I think we all dress up as Neil Young and come back out with a Coke bugger.
I just want to wear like a velvet one-piece suit and be Van Morrison. And be
That's
kicking.
what I'm saying, though, you know?
Radio, you're radio.
But you don't want to do just one song.
No,
you know?
I know.
You're like,
it's like, oh yeah.
I want to be out in it, man.
I mean, that is like friggin' Van Morrison. Van the man. I don't feel like he gets enough love. Everybody's like, oh, he sings that Brown Eyed Girl song. No.
No.
Van Morrison is so much cooler than that.
He is.
So much cooler.
I like that. What is it? Moonlight or Moon River? What's the song? He's got one.
Wild Nights?
No. Let me pull it up. Let me see.
Wild Nights are calling. I think the song you're thinking of is the one that everybody thinks is him, but it's actually
Moon Dance.
Oh yeah.
Moon Dance.
Yep. Awesome. I had a Van Morrison phase for sure when I was younger, where I had the whole greatest hits thing. But you know, what's the dude in the beginning that does the he does the Bo Diddley song, comes out with the hat.
Oh. Dude.
I feel like that's who I gotta be.
The Hawk. That's what I'm saying.
Because I don't have to change anything.
Because you could do that.
Just come out and throw my hat around.
You could. I mean, that would be badass. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Is that Van Morrison, Eric Clapton? I feel like Baxter would pull off a Robbie Robertson pretty damn smooth.
See, the thing is, there's a lot of characters Baxter could pull off.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of characters that you could be too. You know what I mean? So it's just like who is? It's just
I do think it'd be
figuring it all
hilarious
out.
if there was an intermission and we all came back out as Neil Young with a Coke booger.
Mm-hmm. Just way too fast. I paid a lot of bills playing Brown Eyed Girl in South Louisiana. I'm not saying that Brown Eyed Girl isn't amazing. It's just the one that's become. It was his wagon wheel.
It was his wagon wheel.
But I too have made a lot of money. I don't even like to think about how much money. In fact, I got to fly to Indiana and play in November, and they're like, "Will you play? Can we play Brown Eyed Girl?" And I was like, "Sure we can." And I will say, now here's another can of worms. Brown Eyed Girl is one of those songs that people think they know, and they play, and often it's a piss poor version. I'm sure yours was not old Stank Note, but if you really listen to all the fun little guitar-y things that are happening, there's a lot more that you never hear. You know,
well, it's kind of like those old Creedence songs. Same thing.
There's so much cool stuff.
People
happening.
are like, "Oh, well, it's just an E," and then he pulls off on the G. I'm like, no, there's like a swamp thing. There's like this dirt, this filth going on. Like
since the Rick Beato interview from him,
yeah,
that's Elijah's new obsession. He's like super into CCR, and Christy's like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "CCR, mom, don't be a loot." No, I mean, he didn't say that to his mother, but
CCR,
you know, I can see it in his eyes. He's like, "What?" And she's like, "No one calls him that." I'm like, "Christy, everyone calls him that." But anyways,
they do.
It doesn't matter.
Well, because if you walked around saying Creedence Clearwater Revival,
you can say Creedence or you can say CCR. But anyways, I'm listening to a lot of those old songs because he's like wearing them out. He's in there in his old, like it's 1993, and he's got his CD player because you know we're horrible parents, so we don't let him have
No,
access.
You're teaching him the value of listening to the album. That's what you're doing. It's intentional.
But yeah, exactly. Anyways, there's a lot of cool things happening in those songs. A lot of cool production. And then hearing that interview that he did all that.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, screw the rest of that man. You know what I mean? Like, it makes you, I mean, because this dude's doing it, recording it, then showing the band what to play. And you're like, oh. And then they're like, we want equal shares.
This is a great moment to maybe segue into just some good old-fashioned music talk, okay? Because here's what the band should have done, all right? Here's what they did, okay?
Thank God we're a part of this.
They imploded it, and then he only found success for a moment in the mid-'80s with that baseball album, and that was it, right? But the band got so up their own ass that they blew it. They ruined it. So then no one was successful. Why couldn't they just sit back and say, look at us. We got ourselves a golden goose here, boys. Let's hang out. Let's play. Let's listen to what the man has to say. And they could have kept making swamp music, dude. It was badass.
Nobody ever thinks they got it good enough.
No,
they always think,
fucking, I'm the genius.
I make
I
this.
play the tambo.
I'm the glue. I'm the glue. That's, you know why? That's why I appreciate a Joe Walsh.
Dude.
Or the bass player in the Eagles so much. They're like, you know, guys, let's just keep making, let's just play. Let's just make some music.
A Joe Walsh. A Mike Campbell. Hey man, this is your thing. Let me help you make your thing.
I don't think that was the issue ever with Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
No.
Not to. I just think those guys were like
the drummer.
The
drummer was like, it's not rocking.
He left because he said it wasn't rocking.
Let me tell you something. You can't listen to any of that early Tom Petty stuff and argue that by the time that he's doing solo Tom Petty, that it's that far removed. Like, it's more acoustic-y, sure, but also...
I mean, I get it if you're like, you know, suddenly you're
it's
like,
not like he was
let's
in
go out
Judas
and be
Priest.
like, you belong in a field of wildflower. I mean, I get it. And I love that song, by the way. But,
you know what it sounds like?
But I mean, you know, because that is a bit different from, like, Refugee and the whole, like, you know, all that stuff, you know. Here comes my girl. I mean, that's
to me
cool.
like somebody didn't get any royalties off of the biggest hits of his career.
Well, no, there's a truth to that. But, hey, that dude's a great producer now, though.
Nobody's going to listen to this bullshit.
I like old Stan. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm going to put Stan in the corner, dude.
And listen, he just gave old Steve Ferrone a chance. Hey, come on, Steve.
Stan, if we ever meet, I wouldn't apologize, but I'd beat you. Beat you with my bare hands.
I don't know. No, I enjoy old Stan Lynch.
Yeah.
Can we just admit Last Dance with Mary Jane is the best already? I mean, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I think Breakdown set the stage for the rest of his career and is such a cool moment. Because I remember figuring out that whenever I was probably like 8, 9 years old, all these songs that I know are by the same guy. And then finding out that Breakdown was one of those songs, I was like, he wrote that song too. And it being like and to know that came off of like his first record. It's like, damn.
That was the first single, I believe.
Fantastic.
First hit, you know.
That song for me is like one of those like, boom, dude.
The Spark Brain says, what the fuck are you drinking? Is that green? It is actually green. In fact, I don't know if that's what they're called, but my wife calls them green drinks. But it's this junk from, you put this little scoop of like vegetable stuff and then one of those hydration things that makes it salty. It's actually delicious. I think I've become addicted to them, but it makes you feel all nice in the morning. You get your vegetables, you get some salt so you get hydrated.
Me too.
You get a little water. The alternative is bourbon, and it's early for that.
I'll never forget the days when Johnny was bourboning up his coffee. He's sitting there, he's looking at me, he's like, here we fucking go again.
So,
yeah.
Greens powder. I don't know what a BCAAA is, but you know.
I don't know what that is either.
Wife makes you drink that the first time. That is one. It is one of those things where my wife was like, "You should try this," and I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." For months, I watched her drink one of these things years ago, and then finally one day I was like, "Well, I should probably be healthier."
You do any raw eggs?
I did when I was a kid. My dad and I used to put them in milkshakes, and then we'd lift weights.
That's fair. I didn't know if you were like.
Nah. Making this little milkshake thing, put a couple raw eggs in there, chug them down. And then I used to have this little trail I would run through this like sandy trail thing through our, like in the back of our little house out in the woods. You know, and I was like a little mini Rocky. Gray sweats and all. And they come home and chop wood.
Up and down the wooden steps.
We had an old
dude.
wood furnace down these horrible god awful steps into our basement, and that like my dad used to heat his house that way, like wood.
Badass.
No, for real. And he had little vents. I mean, yeah. The only thing about it was that I'd go to school smelling like smoke, but
That just added into the badass.
a few cigarettes on the way, and you were fine. Didn't
Exactly.
matter.
That was happening anyways.
That's right. That's all I'm saying. I want to start taking creatine.
It'll bulk you up.
Hell yeah. But I'm not going to work out at all.
He's gonna start doing that. He's gonna start taking fucking tea. He's gonna get into it, baby.
Like that shit.
Creatinine not tea.
No, I'm saying he's gonna start taking that and tea.
Oh, then you really bulk up.
Exactly.
Guys are like, why is Jonathan so he seems antsy all the time.
It's just so angry.
So he's just so angry. He's even angrier. I'm already angry. I'm always throwing stuff when
He's gonna be
I'm only nice on
talking-
camera.
You're gonna be talking to the Finner Custom Shop about somebody's build, and you're gonna be putting holes through the wall. Damn it! Just do it! What do you mean you can't do stainless? Fuck!
Shaking people. Just raging
We're gonna
out.
go to NAM, and you're gonna put Ed up against the wall. You're gonna be like, listen.
Give me those damn travelers sooner.
That'd be awesome, dude.
I like it.
I think that's what we need to do. That you know how much things would change, Jonathan?
Are we? So apparently we're talking about all the bullshit that Jonathan takes now. So I like those ancestral. You guys are gonna be like,
coming
I didn't know he
clean,
was such a
baby.
weirdo, but I did start taking those ancestral supplement things with like the bone marrow
Yeah.
and then the beef liver. It's a miracle.
I'll say I did notice
It's
a
like a
change in
little-
this man over the last few months.
I'm extra virile.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I can smell it on him.
Everybody drink for the train.
We haven't even started talking about conspiracy theories yet.
Hey, don't get me going.
Listen,
Don't you get me going.
there's a couple right now that I'm kind of hip to. I'm like, the world's getting kind of weird. I
There's
don't
tears to
know.
them, you know, right?
I used to never be a conspiracy guy. Now I'm like, I think.
You
it's
mean the
getting
truth?
worse.
Talking about the truth.
Talking about the truth, Johnny. Talking about the truth.
We're getting
getting
into
dangerous.
crazy territory.
It's getting crazy. All right. I mean,
So,
not that
American Professional Classic, huh? Shut it down. Shut it down. Listen, there was not too long ago. Well, it's probably a couple of years where like somebody started sending all these messages talking about like the hand signals I was making
Oh yeah.
in the Illuminati, and I was like, God, I wish if the Illuminati was like using me, I wish they'd send me some money or something, you know? Like I don't mind.
Jonathan
I don't
against
mind
his
being a
will.
shill. I just want to be paid, you know. And I don't feel like I'm benefiting right now. But they're like, you know, when you do
It
that
was
thing
like-
with your hands.
He was like doing stuff like this and like just talking. And they were
Listen,
like, oh.
listen. I'm crazy enough that I know some of the things, you know what I mean? Yeah, no. So we're not doing that. But you know. But I'm just saying.
We got to start pulling them in, dude.
I'm just saying.
Start pulling I'm
A
gonna wear a
conspiracy
hat.
theory is just something you find out before they were ready for you to know. Old Snake No gets it. There's only about 6 month period now.
Are there
Used to be longer.
Are there any guitar conspiracy theories? I mean, there's a handful. I know the whole Beano thing, like the conspiracy that they know where it's at, and I believe that one. I'm like, I think
What?
they do.
Okay, I think they know. I think that's an open secret kind
I
of thing.
think Clapton. knows.
I just don't think we're important enough to know. But
Yes.
Todd Roy says that's exactly what someone in the Illuminati would say. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You have to take my word for it. But what about the fucking? Oh my God!
Bare ass.
Just bare ass there. What?
You were in there with no clothes on. Naked.
Sorry, Beth. We have this sweet dear lady Beth who sometimes works down the hall, and I'm always like, man, we should just apologize to Beth constantly. Sorry, Beth. Sorry if you have to
Sorry,
hear
Beth.
our ridiculousness. But what's it? Oh, what about the Back to the Future guitar? Because Gibson put out that whole cryptic,
You know.
and they're like, we found the one from the second movie. No one cares about the second movie. It's a lightsaber.
We're burning.
Burning. Yeah. Bonamassa did say someone on the East Coast has, you know.
My thought on the Back to the Future one is it's probably something silly, like somebody on set asked, like, "Hey, my kid plays guitar, could I get that?" And somebody said, "Yeah, but just sneak it out."
But they
snuck
were renting
out.
it from Norm. They were renting it from Norm.
Fuck Norm.
So you think they just like didn't
I think
like
they took
did they know for sure that guitar came back from the rental program to Norm's and then got sold, or no? I thought we knew that part
You know, I don't know. I actually missed that whole tidbit of information.
because that was in the Norm documentary.
Oh.
Featuring yours truly's little slidey guitar solo.
Wow. I thought you were going to talk about Mark. Somebody important, damn it.
Well, Mark's in there because Mark's got the Norm connection.
He does.
Maybe Mark tucked that guitar away thinking, hey, someday people are going to care about this shit. And then he went to Gibson.
And he's like, yeah,
and it's in his closet. He's like, guys, let's do a thing and then we'll find it miraculously.
That's a fucking conspiracy theory, dude. That's
and listen, if Mark had the foresight to do that, God bless you, sir. You deserve everything you get.
If you're scanning through this thing, I'm sure Mark... you gotta have assistants who go through and like if anybody mentions my name.
Mark, they're on to you. They're on to you. If you hear about me and Sean getting fucking knocked off.
Look.
Sean dies in a tragic paddleboard accident.
I'll
Johnny shot himself in the back of the head with a shotgun.
I'll back your story up, alright? Just let me know. I like to know the truth. I won't tell anybody. I just want to know the truth. Which, listen, I wouldn't blame him.
What is the Casino Crew site listed under being technically challenged? I'm unable to find. I think it's, you got to type in the Casino Crew into Facebook and then hit the groups and it'll pop up.
I'm going to pull it up just to make sure that is what it is. I'm almost positive it's the Casino Crew.
Todd says Mark ain't got no for nothing. Where's the Airheads PRS Dragon? Nobody knows.
Airheads PRS Dragon. I mean... It's out there, I'm sure.
Greg says, guitar conspiracy theory, can they make a proper Jaguar with the rhythm circuit between the classic vibe and the custom shop versions? No. The answer is no. Absolutely
it is kind of funny, isn't it? It's like...
Let's change everything that makes this guitar this guitar.
I want to know why the American Vintage line, they always do this where it's like Tellys, Strats, and either the Jazzmaster or the Jaguar, never both. I don't understand. It doesn't drive anybody's desire. It's just, like, inconvenient. It's bullshit.
Okay. I don't know about this. The Spark Brand says, what do you all think about the new Cobain confession? Book is called To Kurt, I'm Sorry, I Knew He Was Murdered.
Whoa.
Yes, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
But I would love for you to enlighten us.
Is it Courtney? Did she do it? I know that he had a drug addict heroin friend, which is kind of like an uncredible source, sort of, you know, like he said that he was
some very
with
honest
them.
drug addicts. Some very
I'm just saying,
integrity fueled crack.
Telling me that a man loves heroin and he's still a drug addict, he would say anything for money. You know what I mean? Like he'd be like, "Yeah, dude, fucking old boy was murdered. Give me a couple grand."
I mean, that's one of those things that does make you scratch your head because you're like, I don't know, man. You know, I don't know if he was really. But maybe he was. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't know if you. I mean, like, I can see it. The whole thing is a little fishy. But then part of me is like, I just don't know how you'd ever know at this point.
Well, the issue for me is like, and I'm a huge.
Like, how would you prove it?
Huge Nirvana, Kurt Cobain fan since I was a wee boy. I think either side of that story could be true, but it's kind of hard not to see the writing on the wall and say, like, yeah, he wanted a way out. You know, he was kind of leaning that way anyways. Why else would he have left rehab? Obviously, he's a drug addict. We all know that. But it's not that far from being like, yeah, probably.
The Spark Brain says 9 people were at the house when it happened, Tony. So it was Easter Sunday. I don't know if I remember that either.
Damn, son. I'm going to have to go check this book.
I know. We're going to have to look into it.
I'm like, holy shit.
We're going to have to look into it. What if all this time it was Dave Grohl?
I knew I had this Foo Fighters tape. I didn't know how to get it off the ground, so I decided to go for the Cannonball Run.
It got dark. I want a video like the Wayne Brady, Dave Chappelle. Wayne Brady, don't make Wayne Brady slap a bitch. That's one of my favorite Dave Chappelle skits.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! It's Wayne Brady.
He wrote depressing lyrics. That's what Dog said.
I mean, he did write depressing lyrics.
What an astute observation. I think Kurt did it.
I mean that's like every song from like 1991 through 2000.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know.
If you play My Hero backwards.
There goes it's a hidden meaning. There goes my hero.
I killed Kurt.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you can absolutely see, okay, he's depressed, he writes depressed shit.
Yeah.
So you can see it being fine, but then there's also, you can just see both things.
I think
so it's hard.
there is not another death in rock and roll history that I feel as muddled about. Like, as there possibly being something fishy like that going on.
You mean Roy Buchanan? You're damn right.
Why would anybody?
You're damn right.
Why would anybody? Now,
that's a weird one to look into.
You know the Hendrix one, right?
Yes.
That one I kind of do believe in to some degree, because I'm like, the whole heroin thing, how like they were like, oh, you had heroin in your bag, and they threw him down, and they were like gonna try and arrest him for that. It would not surprise me if there was some weird, CIA mob kind of plot going on. They say that there was so much wine in his lungs. They said it was almost impossible that he could have drank that much fucking wine. They said it was like
I kind of believe that shit. You know what I mean?
Well, and he was like taken out. It was a very strange set of circumstances.
Well, there's a whole weird like history of like CIA watching people who were
Morrison,
on the general
Joplin,
just changing the cultural sort of change. Bob Marley,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of weird things.
Yeah.
The Phil Bud says old Chappelle replace Chappelle. You gotta go old Chappelle.
Old Chappelle.
That's a whole. If you go down that whole rabbit hole of them, people who've been cloned and replaced.
Him and McCartney, baby.
But yeah, the Hendrix thing. I mean, obviously SRV thinks they killed him. There's a conspiracy theory that Elvis actually works at casino. He does. We keep him in the basement. If you ever get here and find the basement.
So listen, Tom. I talked so much shit about Eric Clapton yesterday. I was gassed out, baby. I had to have a cigarette
it was driven
night.
by one of our friends' shirts. Had a Clapton shirt, and so
I had to burn a bone, dude.
It was a lot. It was a lot. It says the CIA invented heroin that gives you diabetes to kill Jerry Garcia. I don't know why I find that funny, but I do.
Long form. They're like, we can't do it quick anymore. We got to really stretch it.
The long game, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna get
diabetes.
He thought he was slick.
I do like the Garth Brooks serial killer theory.
Oh, dude, that's probly my
dude.
favorite.
I went to the kids. My kids love to go to Goodwill because they're just little hoarders. But the newest Garth box set was there. I don't even think it had been open with him. On the looks like it's AI touched up because he's looking all suave and thin. I was like, it's not a real picture. But I almost got it to bring it to you. I should have.
Garth, you can't listen to his music anywhere.
You're like,
fat
right.
bastard. Thank you, Alex.
SRV playing a gig with Clapton that weekend. Yeah, I mean, the whole SRV thing was
could have been Clapton in that.
It's like imagine being SRV,
right, Todd Roy.
surviving all those drugs, all that dumb bullshit, and then going out like that.
Yeah. No, that does suck. SRV, I think, is probably I mean, they're all sad, of course, but the SRV one is extremely sad because it's like, damn. I honestly don't take helicopters to places. It's fine. Just ride in a car. That shit's already dangerous as it is.
Listen,
as well.
Todd Roy says could have been Clapton in that helicopter. If I was a horrible dark humor kind of guy, I would have said you should have been Clapton in that helicopter. The wrong kid died. No, but
listen, I'm not saying SRV
and I love Clapton.
Was a million times better. I'm just saying he was better.
My God.
I kind of believe that. I live with that. Dude, you kidding me? If it was Clapton on Let's Dance, boring. But because it was Mr. Stephen Ray Vaughan the Fourth, that's a man of royalty right there, a man of class.
I mean, that was fun.
Look.
Let's dance.
Yep.
He only played everything that made it. That's a great interview. He's like... And the lick in the teeth, man. It's like,
it's amazing. If you haven't watched,
if you haven't seen some of those SRV
coke,
interviews where he's like high as a freaking kite on cocaine and just licking his teeth and then like, staring the lady down.
Talk about a man with, like, don't get me wrong, he was famous and he was '80s famous too, right? So that's like a whole different kind of.
It's a whole different thing.
But for a man whose star was still so low in the like popular like cult sphere of things in the 80s. He lived it up, dude. He is like coked out. He had beautiful women, any guitar you could dream of. He lived it. He rode the ride. Nobody's talking about Clapton, Tom. We're talking about a true guitar man. All right, a true blues man, if you will.
My God.
SRV. Stephen Ray Vaughan, dude.
One day,
Stevie.
you're gonna see the light. That's when I know my little Sean has grown up. When he appreciates Clapton.
You know what I'm gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start telling everybody, yeah, I love Clapton. Basically anything from 2000 on. Oh wait, we all hate that.
Never mind.
Okay, fine.
Never
anything
mind.
from 90 on. Oh wait. Okay, anything from 80 on. Oh shit.
I mean, Todd Roy's got a great point. Clapton Bell and Sheryl Crow when he was in his 60s sounds godlike to me. So he's John Mayer. He was John Mayer before there was a John Mayer.
John Mayer. Watch it.
Listen, Riding with the King was amazing. It was amazing. Sorry, Todd. Sorry, Tom.
I could get down with Riding with the King.
It's BB. It's BB, baby. Now, how do we feel about this this new album Bonamassa is doing with all the people, the tribute to BB King?
It hasn't that. I mean,
is it out?
What's new about that?
Damn it, Sean! Damn it!
I'm joking. No,
you get to hear all the newest blues greats play together.
This is why I'll never be invited
like
to the Guitar Circle jerk jams.
You can't come to any of the blues cruises.
This guy. Yeah.
You can't come to any of the blues cruises.
Be like, you thought you had a career, and I'll be like, no. Are you kidding me?
Jared James says you're out. You're out, Sean.
It's really cool. I just it's hard to be. I don't know. Like, I'm not in that phase of my life where I want to see the never-ending tribute act. I want to see like, I don't know. I'm excited about some new stuff. Some fresh stuff. To give Joe Bonamassa any amount of my attention. I'm joking.
Opinion on Whitfield Telly. This is a quick one. They're great. If you think you should get one, or you can get one, do it. They're good guitars. This is an interesting take. And I'm sorry, Tom, this is not about Clapton. We're moving it in a direction. Spark Brain says, Clapton's good, but not great. He's a talented session. That's debatable. But he's a talented session player that got to push. Sometimes session players just don't have the it factor. That's why they are session players. What do you think? I mean, Uncle Larry, I would say, has the... I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong in whole, but I think that's what makes old Tom Bukovac maybe some... But I mean, obviously, he did a lot of live touring with people, But
even still, I mean, I guess... And I think he would even admit that he... I think you can hear it, and like the original music that he... Which I guess, if you're a session guy, you still create original music. That's a tricky thing, isn't it? Like,
I think, like, if you're out and you're Jimi Hendrix, right? And you get to be wild and crazy.
Yeah.
But then you go do that shit on somebody's session, you're getting fired. So, like, it is a different mentality. Like, I will play totally differently.
Yep.
If it's my gig, I play however the fuck I... You know what I mean? Like, hey, don't tell me what I can overplay. I'll overplay if I want to overplay. And then...
To a session.
But then as soon as I step in, not even in a session, just somebody's band.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to play the role, you know what I mean? Like, and sometimes the role is to get a little wild for a minute, but most of the time, it's not, you know what I mean? So I do think there's a big difference there.
Well, and not to, I mean, I get, fuck it, I'll talk about it like this. Fuck y'all, I'd say whatever the fuck I want. Yeah, that was 3 in a row. You
Mighty
like
Woodrow says, or they start Led Zeppelin.
Exactly.
I mean,
well, I struggle with that, like, the taming things back, or, like, not being myself, to the point that I'm like, could I do it? Yes, but right now that's been a hard challenge for me to even say. Like, I have to really be in love with the thing. Like the artist, the music, whatever that is. Now, to come back around to Tom Bukovac with that, I think he is a guy that, like, I think he loves the session. Now, and what was the original ask to? It was on Clapton is good, but he is a talented session player that got a push.
He's just saying some of the session players don't have the it factor, and there are some really good session players who are probably a little like I think their personality usually is a little because you got to be very detail oriented. I think to be a good session player.
I think, and that's a good point to bring up, and we'll talk honestly here about the Clapton thing. Like I'm taking down the sheath, the thin sheath. Okay. I think the reason why I do like to make fun of Eric Clapton is because, as an artist, I don't feel like he was pushing the things as like the Beatles were, or Jimi Hendrix, or these people who were doing these John Lennon and Jimi Hendrix are huge personalities. You know what I mean? So much so, one of them couldn't even fit in a band anymore. He was fucking over it. You know, like those people busted out because their personalities got so big. Clapton's personality never outweighed a band. You know, he actually, I think, served a band extremely well.
I think he wanted to disappear into a band.
He did.
I think that's what that was probably his biggest,
Yeah.
Why he kept get out of the ones that were successful.
Yeah. That's a whole other.
I gotta go do. But I mean, I think you can say for Clapton, no matter what you want to say about him, that he was always striving to find the creative thing. Like it was always about the music. It was always about the guitar.
Totally.
Not really about being.
And I'll give you that completely because he wasn't building. It's like
he's like this isn't the thing. I gotta go do another thing. Because if he just wanted to be successful, he'd have kept making Cream records, or he'd have kept making Derek and the Dominoes records, or he'd have made another Blind Faith record, or any of that stuff.
I don't think he was building into the ego. Yeah. And in the 70s, I think he had started to dabble in that with the drugs and everything that were trying to get him there, but that never really could do it. Yeah. And that's okay. I think that is maybe the biggest difference there. It's kind of like Tom Bukovac, but somebody like Tom Bukovac, I think, is his greatest strength is he's not only an amazing guitar player and artist, obviously, and somebody who solely cares about the music, but he has that thing that you would want to see in a band member, in a session guy, and somebody who's there, and it's that he gives a fuck about the whole thing. He doesn't care if the guitar solo is in or out. He just wants to see this thing be better after he walks away from it.
And that's a good point. Tom says, or Chad says, don't you think maybe session guys sleep in their own beds every night? I do think there's some truth to that, especially in Nashville, right? Because the guys who are becoming session players are taking the gigs where they're it's for some country artist or pop artist or something. That's different than being in a touring rock band, right? If you're just the guy who plays guitar for an artist, it's like any other job. You know what I mean?
He goes home to his kids.
He goes home to his kids. I'm just saying, even on the road, man, you get up, you're sleeping in your little hotel. You get up, you maybe go for a walk or something, and then you have rehearsal and or sound check, and then you eat your little catering, and it's not like a crazy glamour party all the time necessarily. So yeah, I definitely think there's something to that part.
The other side to that,
but that's a modern thing, I think, not necessarily.
If you're an artist, and I think we all have to kind of see this or at least take note of it, is when you're an artist, there's a certain image to uphold and a certain amount of like Tom Bukovac can walk down the street and be anybody, but somebody like Troy Van Leeuwen has to wear, his suit, his get-up, his whole thing,
Oh, you mean he keeps his character thing,
yes, he is a character, He is this larger-than-life person. Not saying Tom Bukovac isn't. I can
sort of remember when pictures started popping up of the Metallica guys in, shorts and stuff, and you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
They made the decision to just be,
yes.
a
James
dad,
Hetfield
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Walking around with a Gucci bag and flip-flops, and you're like, what
weird.
the fuck is he doing?
But I understand that, I understand it. So there you go. Yeah.
That's right, baby.
Now, Spark Green says, I'm not saying Clapton is not a good guitar player. I'm saying he that is what he is, a guitar player. He was never going to be a superstar because he didn't have that. I would argue that he was a superstar. I think everybody in the 80s knew Eric Clapton's name. I think he was a superstar. I think we're removed from that now. But I just think there was a moment when everyone Chad says, don't you think that the guitar player in the band has to figure out how the fuck the session player played the song? There is some truth to that. There is a truth. But now that's the difference. Todd Rossi is not about learning the parts; it's coming up with them too in the feel and time. Yeah, I mean that's the original thing. Yeah, So there you go.
Without cocaine, no one would have known.
He means the song and the powder. Both. Had to have them both.
What is Superman without his powers, you know?
Hey.
What's a snake without his venom?
Cocaine. Thank you, Mr. J.J. Kill. R.I.P.
Oh, man.
You know, what are you going to do?
Lay down, Sally.
Layla. It is a perfect song. It is kind of a perfect song. Sean says whatever. Sean says fine, whatever.
No. You know what song I love? Let's do this. I saw this on Instagram Reel the other day. Your hands down, JP's gonna love this. Hands down favorite Beatles song. I know. I got two. It's between the two.
I don't know. Even the ones that I love, I have listened to so much that I'm like, okay, I don't ever care if I ever hear that again.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they're not amazing.
Oh yeah. Dude, straight up, Eleanor Rigby.
Eleanor Rigby's in my top 5 probably.
That song.
I got a strange affinity for Penny Lane. I kind of love Penny Lane. I know it's like poppy.
Yeah.
But it's just, I'm just like, every time I hear it, it
bad.
makes me smile. It makes me happy.
Yeah. If it came, like, I would put Strawberry Fields over.
I mean, I love Don't Let Me Down. I really love that song.
Kicks.
Don't let me down. I don't know, man. I'd have to think about it. But
Yeah.
I almost have to put them in categories.
Oh yeah, no.
Like most, like kind of psychedelic-y.
Yeah.
Like Strawberry Fields or like Lucy and Sky Diamonds or something like that. But you know.
But like a guitar one, I think obvious. It's While My Guitar Gently Weeps, like just based on what
that
is
is
happening.
like barely a Beatles song in my brain.
Yeah, it's Harrison.
Do you know what I mean? That's like barely a Beatles song. It's Harrison and Clapton.
But-
Back to Clapton. Tom's like, I hate you so much. No, but it's just barely a Beatles song. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like Eleanor Rigby, or the other one would be Happiness Is a Warm Gun, because that's just such a weird song.
Well, then you think about like the kind of sort of more B-sidey ones, like the more
yeah.
deeper cuts, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Day Tripper's awesome. That's the thing. Tom's like, I hate you so much. I know you do. I'm sorry. Ringo songs were the best, like Octopus's Garden.
And an octopus's garden in the shade.
She's So Heavy's good. A Day in Life is awesome.
So Heavy's good, yeah.
I like a lot of the pop. I love Paperback Writer.
Yeah.
I think Paperback Writer's an awesome song. I don't know.
The reason why I bring this up too is it feels very prevalent in today's time with the AI and all this shit, and I'm seeing more people. It's funny to see bands like that go from being overrated to underrated to overrated. Like every generation has its rotation of that, and now we're like reaching this point where what I was going to build to earlier, talking about the Joe Bonamassa record and why I don't really care is. This band Geese, I've been listening to them for a couple years now, and they just blew up. And it's kind of nice to see this really original.
Is there a geese
song.
and a goose?
There is a geese and a goose. So
God,
Goose,
darn you
jam
all.
band.
Yes.
Over here, if you like that.
I think that confused me the other day. I was
Yeah.
like, wait, what? Who?
Yeah, no.
What? Geese? I thought they were goose.
Geese.
Had they multiplied?
No, Geese is like a post-punk New York rock outfit that has done like a really, really cool transition over the last couple of years. And I just think it's so exciting to hear something that doesn't sound like anything you've ever heard before. And you're like, damn.
That is cool.
And it's like, to me, it harkens back to stuff like that where you have these generations that flip the script completely, like the Beatles. Before the Beatles, that wasn't a thing. There was no any of what had happened. And the same thing once you get to punk rock. Same thing whenever you get to sort of grunge, because of how everything had become super polished. I like those flips and rotations in music. So
I think that's fun.
Yeah.
Ned is a Geese fan. He likes Geese. Someone mentioned We Can Work It Out. I like that one too. We can work it out.
Goose is less dope. Geese is dope. Hey. Goose is less dope.
Whatever. What are you
Their
going to do?
singer solo album is amazing. If you like that stuff, go listen to Cameron Winter's solo record. That's really... It's funny because I loved 3D Country, and I listened to the hell out of it last year. And kind of the year before that, too. But dug into those records that they had done before. Cameron Winter drops his solo album, and he got a lot of traction, and then this all came. So, It's cool. Some new music for you to go check out.
Some new music.
That's
what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
That's it, man.
My son is seeing them in Holland. That's badass.
Let's just go to Holland. I don't care if we see anyone. Let's just go to Holland.
I got to do some more trippage, bro.
Trippage. I would like to go somewhere crazy like that. I hadn't done that in a while. It makes me feel like an old man. So,
yeah,
let's do it. JP just sent us some shredding.
This has Jonathan soloing.
You have to skip a little bit.
Well, which song is it?
Smoking and Gun.
Oh no. Ugh. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's good. That's probably good. The favorite part of that song is my favorite part of that song is the intro. But anyways, no shout outs for Helter Skelter or Revolution. Helter Skelter's okay.
Helter Skelter. I like it. I think
neither they're good. They're just neither one are my favorites.
Yeah.
You know.
Part of me kind of feels like that is one of those songs that people are like, oh, it invented heavy metal and stuff. I don't know. I think there's a couple of Hendrix tunes that I put there, as well as like 13th Floor Elevators, things like that like push some of that. And of course the fucking Velvet Underground, dude. Come on.
There's some talk of Junior's Farmland here, which I enjoy. Okay, listen. This is important. Jonathan, did you see Richard Fortus' new Penguin? I didn't, but listen.
Whoa.
First off, I'm going to look, and now
we're gonna pull it up right now.
Pull it up. We got a penguin in the shop right now. It gives me a bad feeling, if you know what I'm saying, every time I walk by, in the best way.
I got a bad feeling. AI says he doesn't have one.
I'm assuming he just got one. I don't think it's his signature model.
Right here.
You know?
Showing off my new... Okay, yeah. Here you go.
Hey, see, what the hell does AI know? Oh!
Look at that.
Oh!
Look at that. AI ain't worth shit, dude.
Gretchen just needs to send me one.
Look at that. That is cool, ain't it?
Imagine if they just sent me one and I played it through the Magnetones like Richard Fortus.
So this was on his...
VS.
It's so funny. He could have done... This is like such a bad photo. I'm sorry.
That is a bad photo of it.
It's like kind of blurry. It's a double cut penguin though.
But Sean, he's in an arena.
I mean, is that Slash behind him? It is Slash behind him soloing while he's.
I should be playing the rhythm, but screw it.
He's holding his G chord still. Don't worry.
Screw it. I want to feel like that's Paradise City. Take me down.
I mean, it's cool.
That dude can play his ass off. If you don't appreciate old Richard Fortus, but I would like that. Is it hardtail?
Yes. Yeah. Right.
I wonder if it's going to be like the Falcon, where there's two versions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he does a hardtail. I can see that.
What is the bridge in that thing? Is it just one, like a junior?
Yeah, wraparound.
Whoa!
Wraparound bridge.
Whoa!
You don't see many Gretches with a wraparound.
Lawsuit incoming.
Don't worry, this won't last long. It's got a cool armrest too, though. Looks like it's gold plated, probably. It's just the reflection.
I do like the single cuts better, but man, that might be a killer slide guitar. Because I was playing, we got a new SG and it's just a standard. I mean, just a standard. But
just a standard.
I was playing in there on the little traditional, the Studio Signature 2-Rock, that thing, playing slide. It's just such a friggin' game changer. It makes it so easy to play slide. Makes you want to just throw all the other guitars away and never play slide on them, and only play it on an SG.
Sounds
but
like
that might be
changes are coming to Jonathan's rig.
I hate everyone. But anyways,
sounds like Jonathan's getting rid of a Falcon.
Let's just do it. That's probably it. We probably should go do guitar work things.
It's amazing.
We should probably just go do it. We love you all. Bog says 65 deluxe reissue or 64 hand wire. Listen, I'm not going to tell you that the 65 isn't awesome, because it is. It sounds great. But there is something that I hate. I almost hate to say it, because you'll be like, they're just snobby. They're just snobby.
Give them the truth, Jonathan.
The 64 is better. We play them every day, and because that's literally the amp. When something comes in, we're like plug into the 64. There's all these other amps sitting here, and that's usually the one.
I hate it too, dude.
I kind of hate it, because I want to be able to say 65 is just as good and buy one of those and feel happy and sleep at night. But
once you hear that, mother, you can't unhear it. It breaks.
And that is the horrible part of working here. Is that you hear all these things and you're like, God,
And you,
dang it.
like, you guys will probably still say, well, they have to say that. No, seriously, like, it fucking
No, we
sucks.
don't. We say whatever we
like,
want to say.
we want to, I want the 65 to be better because it's cheaper.
Yeah, no, for real.
Like, it's cheaper for me, too. Like,
Whatever.
I can't get through
But
it.
that's the deal. But the hand wired is honestly quite a bit better, sadly.
It is.
All right, we love you all. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow for the Road Show.
Tone Show.
It's the Tone Show, but that's dumb. I'm gonna call it the Road Show. Every time tomorrow, I'm gonna say, "Thanks for coming to this Taylor Road Show," and Don's gonna look at me.
And then have a brief
The Tone
pause.
Show.
Yeah, and be like, Tone Show.
I won't do it. Anyways, we love you all. Hit like, hit subscribe, share this thing, hit the bell. Woo!
We'll see you later.